So first of all, let's get back to those years of Heart to Heart. Do you have one memory that comes from that time that sticks
Oh my
out?
goodness, well, Heart to Heart had a sort of an aborted ending, which uh, was due to a new man coming in to be the head of NBC. And when he came, his name will never be recorded because he promptly canceled about 7 hours of primetime television on ABC, which was in the number one position. And when I think about our ratings, our ratings were in the 40s. That was considered a drop from where we had been, which was nearly in the 50s. But to think of those ratings in today's vernacular is almost impossible. To imagine that we were at a 40-something share is almost impossible. I mean, I don't know if the President of the United States gets a 40 share when he speaks.
Why do you think it was so popular around the world? Was it just the chemistry between...
Well, I like to think that it's the chemistry between the two of us, but also I think that we promoted some sort of a relationship that didn't have to be qualified. It wasn't kitchen sink drama. It was escapism, which is what we all want to do. And in this world of sort of reality, it's not reality, it's not real. It's fictionalized reality. It's just an excuse to make something that isn't very good with actors who are not really actors, pretending to be normal. And they're not being normal because it's also fake. And yet it's called reality television because it's cheap. And ours was non-reality television and much more glamorous. And I think that's what, when it's reviewed, when it's re-released all around the world, it's now in France again, and I think in all the countries where they invested in dubbing it, it's now being re-released. It's in Italy, it's in Germany, we have a whole new crop of young fans, which is delightful. And they're all very generous to the William Holden Wildlife Foundation, which is my baby. And we have built wonderful schools and all fabulous things from the generosity of the donors who are an enormous base in fans. And so I don't like gifts. I would say, if you want to give me a gift, give me a donation to the William Holden Wildlife Foundation. And they do. And they have built extraordinary things and helped enormously with the work we do in Kenya.
Describe to me a typical day on the set on Heart to Heart.
Well, there was nothing typical about any day. It was just a lot of work. In those days, we did 26 episodes a year. 26-hour episodes. And we worked 14-hour days. And there were only 3 of us in the cast, and the dog, of course. And so we were in every shot, which is extremely unusual and very unlike television today. So to say at a certain point, Robert Wagner and I looked at each other and said, I've spent more time with you in my life than I have spent with my mother, I think. And we're still very good friends. We're in touch. He's fortunately for him, he's working in a new movie, so he is not able to be here, so I'm representing the team. Lionel Stander, our divine Max, the dog, the 2 dogs that played Freeway, and RJ.
Here at the 55th Television Festival, there are so many wonderful stars from the 70s and 80s who've come. Is it a reunion of sorts for you? Do you ever run into these people?
Well, I do every once in a while. Bo, Derek, we're horsey people, and so we see each other every once in a while. But we all have long histories, and because we live this sort of peripatetic lifestyle, we run into each other sometimes, but there are long periods of time when we don't, and when we reunite, we just pick up the pieces.
Do you think Heart to Heart, if it was made again today, would be successful?
I've been asked that before. I don't know that it would. It may be too naive, but it could be. I think the one thing that people are constantly looking for is romance. Otherwise, why would we be doing what we do? Why would we be texting our most intimate feelings to people we don't know at all, but are called friends? And unfortunately, I don't really approve of that too much, because I think some things should be kept to yourself and to, hopefully, the one that you find to share your life with. And if we give it all away for free, then we have nothing left. So we have nothing special.